There was a tremble in your voice that night, like fading echoes losing all their light. You held my hand, but something wasn't right. I felt the distance growing out of sight. Your eyes were soft, but they looked away, like love was something you couldn't say. We stood in silence, worlds apart. No crashing waves, no tears to fall. Just something breaking without a call. It was the way your heart fell quiet. No storm, no sound, no need to fight it. Like love just slipped without a trace and left me standing in its place. It was the way your soul grew still, like time itself had lost its will. No final word, no last goodbye, just silence where our love would lie. Was filled with words unsaid, 1,000 thoughts inside your head. I tried to reach what I couldn't see, but you were drifting away from me. We used to speak without a sound, now even echoes can't be found. You were right there, but felt so far, like losing touch with who we are. I searched for something left to say, but found a love already great. It was the way your heart fell quiet. No storm, no sound, no need to fight it. Like love just slipped without a trace, left me standing in its place. It was the way your soul grew still, like time itself had lost its will. No final word, no last goodbye, just silence where our love would lie. And did it fade before I knew? Was I still holding on to you while you were letting go of me in ways my heart refused to see? No shattered glass, no burning flame, just quiet loss without a name. A love that ended soft and slow before I ever felt it go. It was the way your heart fell quiet. No storm, no sound, no need to fight it. Like love dissolved into the air and left me reaching for you there. It was the way your soul let go, without a sign I'd ever know it. No final word, no last goodbye, just silent tears I hold inside. It was the way your heart fell quiet, and I'm still listening for something that won't come back. You held my hand, but not my soul, like something in you wasn't whole. You said the words I longed to hear, but they felt distant, never near. Your kiss was warm, but never stayed, like borrowed love you couldn't give away. tried to fill what you held back, but I was loving more than that. I saw the truth behind your eyes, a hidden heart in disguise. You loved me in half, never completely, just enough to keep me needing. I gave you all, you gave me part, and left the rest out of your heart. You loved me in half, I failed to faith in every promise you never made. I held the pieces, you walked away with all the love you couldn't say. You'd pull me close, then let me fall, like I was never yours at all. Your silence spoke what words denied. There was another side you'd hide. I built a home inside your arms, but you kept one foot out of the dark. I gave you more than I could lose, while you were free to always choose. I kept believing you'd come through, but half was all you ever knew. You loved me in half, never completely, just enough to keep me needed. I gave you all, you gave me part, and left the rest out of your heart. You loved me in half, I felt it fade in every promise you never made. I held the pieces, you walked away with all the love you couldn't say. Was I just someone in between? A place you stayed but never seen. I gave you everything I had, while you kept half and called it love. Now I'm standing in what's left of every moment we never kept, and all I know is I gave too much to someone scared of giving love. You loved me in half, now I see clear why I was drowning while you stayed near. I gave you all, you disappeared into the silence you always feared. You loved me in half, and now I know some hearts just never fully show. But I was real, I gave my all, even when I felt myself fall. You loved me in half, but I loved you whole, and that's the part that broke my soul. Never shot it from the rooftops high, and no fireworks lighting up the sky. just quiet moments hand in hand. The kind of love no one could understand. No grand goodbye, no crashing fall, no broken frames along the wall. Just something soft that slipped away, like whispers fading into gray. We live between the lines so deep, a silent promise we couldn't keep. Our love was never loud or wild, no reckless hearts, no running miles. But in the hush, it felt so true. Every quiet beat belonged to you. Our love was never meant to burn, no raging fire, no sharp return. But in the calm, I almost found forever in a silent sound. We never danced under neon lights, and no crowded rooms, no sleepless nights. Just simple dreams we used to share, and soft reflections everywhere. You used to smile without a word, a language only I had heard. But even that began to fade, till silence was the only thing that stayed. No warning signs, no tears to cry, just quiet truth we let pass by. Our love was never loud or wild, and no reckless hearts, no running miles. But in the hush, it felt so true. Every quiet beat belonged to you. Our love was never meant to burn, no raging fire, no sharp return. But in the calm, I almost found forever in a silent sound. Maybe we were too soft to stay, too careful not to drift away. We held on gently, let it go, before we even felt the fall. No shattered dreams, no scars to show, just empty space where love would grow. And now I'm left with what we were, a quiet ache, a fading blur. Our love was never loud or bright, no burning flames to chase the night. But in the dark, it felt so real. Every silent touch I still can feel. Our love was never meant to stay. It slipped through time, it drifted away. But in my heart, without a sound, I still hear us when no one's around. Our love was never loud, but it still echoes now. In every quiet part of me, where you used felt so thin, like something hollow deep within. You said I care, but I could tell it echoed like an empty shell. Your touch was warm but couldn't stay, like it was already drifting away. I tried to feel what wasn't true, a love that never made it through. I heard the silence in your voice, like loving me was just a choice. Your love was empty, I felt it break in every promise you couldn't make. I held the pieces, you let them fall, like it was nothing at all. Your love was empty, cold and slow, a quiet truth I came to know. I gave you everything I had, while you were loving me half as bad. We used to dream in shades of gold, now every memory feels so cold. Your eyes would drift when I spoke your name, like love had turned into a game. I stayed too long and something gone, trying to fix what wasn't strong. But every moment pulled me down into a love that wouldn't be found. I tried to believe you'd change somehow, but I can see it clearly now. Your love was empty, I felt it break in every promise you couldn't make. I held the pieces, you let them fall, like it was nothing at all. Your love was empty, cold and slow, a quiet truth I came to know. I gave you everything I had, while you were loving me half as bad. Was I just filling up your space, a temporary kind of place, while you were searching for something new? I was just holding on to you. Now all that's left is what you gave, a love too weak for me to save. And I'm still standing in the end, trying to feel it all again. Your love was empty, now I see what it was doing to me. I gave my heart, you gave me less, a quiet kind of loneliness. Your love was empty, I let it go, though it still hurts me more than you know. I gave you all I had to give, now I'm learning how to live. Your love was empty, but I stayed anyway. Now I'm holding what's left of me, while you just walked away. We were leaning on a midnight sky, laughing like we'd never say goodbye. Your head resting on my shoulder slow, like time had nowhere left to go. Fingers trace my trembling hand, like you still believe we'd always stand. In that moment everything aligned, but I didn't know it was our last time. There was a feeling we couldn't name, a perfect peace before the change. It was the last time we felt right, before love slipped into the night, before the silence learned to fight and turn our warmth to cold goodbye. It was the last time we held on, before everything went wrong. We didn't know we'd cross the line between forever and goodbye. The music played like it used to do, but something felt so different in you. Your smile faded just a little too soon, like shadows creeping in the room. We talked in words that felt too small, like we were hiding from the fall. I tried to keep you close that night, but love was already losing light. I saw the ending in your eyes, even while you held me tight. It was the last time we felt right, before love slipped into the night, before the silence learned to fight and turn our warmth to cold goodbye. It was the last time we held on, before everything went wrong. We didn't know we'd cross the line between forever and goodbye. If I could go back to that place, I'd memorize your every trace, the way you breathe, the way you smile, the way we were for just a while. We had forever in our hands, but didn't try to understand that even love can slowly fade between the choices we never made. It was the last time we felt right, before we vanished from each other's lives, before the tears we couldn't hide, before we lost what we held inside. It was the last time we were holy, before the distance took its toll. We didn't know we'd say goodbye, the last time we felt right. If I had known it was goodbye, I would have held you all night. Now all I have is one last light, the last time we felt right. We were whispered in a crowded room of dreams, fading slower than we ever wanted to see. Every word just ricocheted in time, like a truth we left behind. There were fragments in the way you said goodbye, like 1,000 little tears you tried to hide. I kept reaching through the distance in your eyes, but you were already gone inside. We were calling out but never heard, lost between the broken words. Every silence cut too deep for a love we couldn't keep. Our love in broken echoes calls my name through the silence and the pain. Every memory still remains, like a song that won't decay. And I hear you in the night again, in every shadow, every breath. But all that's left of what we were is an echo of regret. We were louder than forever, now we're barely even close. Just a love that keeps on fading in 1,000 broken echoes. There were answers in the words we never said, like a truth we were too scared to let in. We kept dancing on the edge of what was real, ignoring how it felt. Every moment felt like borrowed time to me, like your heart was slipping quietly. Still I held on to the sound of you and I, even as it said goodbye. We were chasing something lost, counting love against the cost. Every heartbeat out of sync, closer to the brink. Our love in broken echoes still survives in the corners of my mind. Every dream we left behind still refuses to unwind. Now I'm reaching through the emptiness where your voice used to remain, but all I find are hollow sounds calling out your name. We were holding on to something that was never meant to stay, just a love that keeps on calling deep as it slowly fades away. If I could gather every shattered sound, I'd build a world where you're still around, where every echo leads you back to me, like it was meant to be. But all that lingers in the air are fading words that lead nowhere, 1,000 pieces of goodbye that never fully die. Our love in broken echoes fills the night, like a ghost that won't let go. Every whisper of your voice still finds a way to show. Now I'm living in the aftermath of every word we couldn't say, holding on to fading sounds that refuse to fade away. We were everything together, now we're silence in disguise. Just a love in broken echo still haunts me every night. Our love in broken echoes still calls through the like a song without an ending, playing over again. You were standing in the fading light, like a shadow slipping out of sight. There was something in the way you turned, like a lesson never learned. I kept waiting for a single line, something real to hold this time. But your silence said it all too clear, even before you disappeared. Didn't say a word that night, but I could read it in your eyes. We were breaking in the quiet, without a sound, without a fight. It was your goodbye without words. It tore me deep inside. No tears, no reasons, no last lines, just a love that slowly died. And I was reaching out for something real, while you were letting go. We were standing in the same place, but living different roads. We were closer than forever, but couldn't hold the truth. And I lost you in the silence of your goodbye without words. There were echoes in the things you didn't say, like you'd already walked away. Every moment felt like borrowed time, like your heart was no longer mine. You would look at me and almost speak, but the truth stayed incomplete. I kept hoping you would turn around, but you never made a sound. You left without a trace behind, just questions running through my mind. We were fading into blue before I ever knew it was your goodbye without words, like a whisper in the dark. No warning signs, no final touch, just an ending in your heart. Now I'm standing in the aftermath of everything we were, holding on to broken pieces of a love that felt so sure. We were written like forever, but lost without a sound. And I lost you in a moment, when your silence pulled me down. If I could hear what you never said, would it change what's left and stay? Would I find a reason why, or just another goodbye? But all I have is emptiness, and the weight of what you left. A love that never found its voice, and a heart without a choice. Your goodbye without words that still echoes in my soul. Every silence, every glance left a wound I can't control. Now I'm living with the memory of a love that couldn't stay, holding on to what we had as it slowly fades away. We were everything together, now we're nothing but the past. And I'm lost inside the silence of a love that couldn't last. There was a light in every word you said, like forever dancing in your head. You held my world like it would never end, back in the way you loved me then. Every night felt like a stolen dream. We were stronger than we'd ever been. I believed in every breath you gave, like love would never fade. But something changed along the way, and all the things you couldn't say. We were drifting out of sight in the middle of the night. I still remember the way you loved me then, like I was everything. Every touch felt like forever, every moment like a dream. Now I'm standing in the aftermath of everything we were, holding on to fading memories that still feel so sure. We were written like a love song that never reached the end, and I'm still lost inside the way you loved me then. You would whisper like the world was ours, counting wishes in the midnight hours. Every promise felt too real to break, like more than we could take. But there were shadows in your distant stare, like your heart was going somewhere. I kept holding on to what we had, while it slipped into the past. We were walking on a fragile land, between forever and goodbye. Every step just pulled us through to a truth we never knew. I still remember the way you loved me then, like nothing else was real. Every moment felt like magic, every heartbeat I could feel. Now I'm reaching through the emptiness where your love used to stay, but all I find are echoes now, slowly fading away. We were everything together, or at least we tried to be. Now I'm living with a memory of what we used to be. If I could turn the night around, I'd stop the moment love broke down, hold you close and make you stay before it slipped away. But time just pulled us out of place, and I still see your face in every dream I can't escape, a love I can't replace. I still remember the way you loved me then, like you never had to end. Every feeling still remains, like a fire in the rain. Now I'm standing in the silence where your voice used to be, holding on to every piece of what you meant to me. We were written into forever, but lost it in the end. And I'm still holding on to the way you loved me then, the way you loved me then, still lives in me, like a song that keeps on playing through eternity. beside me, but so far away, like a shadow that refused to stay. Every word felt colder than before, like we lost what we were fighting for. There was distance in the way you said my name, like love had quietly slipped away. Still I held on to the slightest spark in the fading of the dark. We were breaking without a sound, letting silence pull us down. Every heartbeat out of sync, closer to the brink. You left without leaving me behind, still living in my mind, like a ghost I can't escape. In every breath I take, and I feel you in the empty space. In every room your trace, we were standing face to face, but lost without a place. You were gone before goodbye. I just couldn't see. You left without leaving every part of me. You would touch me like you used to do, something wasn't pulling through. There was nothing left behind your eyes, just a quiet kind of goodbye. I remember how we used to feel, like forever something real. Now I'm holding on to yesterday as it slowly fades away. You were drifting far from me, even in your company. We were fading day by day, nothing left to say. You left without leaving me alone, still haunting what we've known. Every memory remains like an echo in the rain. Now I'm reaching for your touch, but it doesn't mean as much. We were holding on to dust of a love we couldn't trust. You were halfway out the door, long before the end. You left without leaving, again and again. If I could pull you back somehow, I'd stop the moment we broke down, hold you closer, make you stay before you slipped away. Silence was your only truth, and I was lost inside of you. Now all that's left is just the pain, calling out your name. You left without leaving me inside, still nowhere left to hide. Every part of you remains running through my veins. Now I'm standing in the aftermath of everything we had, holding on to broken dreams and the love that couldn't last. You were gone before goodbye. what we used to be. You left without leaving me. Still I feel you near, like a love that never ended, just disappeared. There was silence all around me, like the world had gone to sleep. Every breath I held was fragile, every feeling buried deep. I was used to something breaking every time I felt too much, but the night stayed soft and steady when I felt your gentle touch. No rush, no sudden sound, just peace I finally found. Your touch didn't break the calm, didn't tear the quiet apart. It moved through me like a whisper, settling into my heart. No fear came rushing in, no walls began to fall. In the stillness you were holding, I didn't have to guard at all. There were storms I used to carry, hidden in the way I breathe. Every moment felt uncertain, like there's something I'd lose or leave. But your presence never pushed me, never tried to take control. You just stayed there in the quiet, and somehow made me whole. No force, no need to fight, you made it feel so right. Your touch didn't break the calm, didn't shake the ground I knew. It was soft enough to heal me, strong enough to pull me through. No silence ever shattered, no truth was left behind. In the peace you gave without trying, I found a clearer mind. Maybe love is not a fire that consumes and leaves a scar. Maybe it's a quiet rhythm that reminds us who we are. And if I ever lose direction in the noise I used to know, I'll remember how you held me without needing to let it show. Your touch didn't break the calm, now I understand it all. Every moment you were near me, never let so soft, so true. That calm was you.